Hi, my name is Juan Cardona. I am AI product manager and mobile app full stack developer. So today I will show you my last project. So basically, it's a car price predictor, as you see in my iPhone simulator here. So basically, we're gonna use like make, model, state, year, and mileage in order to predict what's going to be like the car price. This prediction is based in a model that is already trained and that I download in order to use it in my back end for doing the prediction, but I will explain that later. So basically, if I click here in order to predict, it's going to take a while, but basically what it's doing right now is connecting through API to my back end, which is like this one here. Here you can see this is my back end. In here I have the model, which is a random forest, uh, already trained, and basically I'm using it to do the prediction. So, and this time it's still trying to get the prediction. Takes a little while because I believe it's locally. And then, or okay, here already give me the response, because we can notice here that because it says 200, that means that the connection was successful. So here I got this like the information, the prediction, which is $29,906, and then something else. I got some pros here about this model, some cons, and then what some tips about what to be aware of before buying this car. So this estimated price, I get it like using the model which is in here. This is my backend server. So, and this is the model that I'm using, and this I'm using OpenAI API in order to connect with this information, and I do like a prompt in order to get this information. So, and then that's not all. Like, after I have all this information, if I go here, I have Carvana, CarMax, TrueCar.com, and Google. I can go, for example, to Carvana, and it's going to take me to Carvana webpage, and it's going to give me like a filter of the model that I'm looking for. I can do that also in TrueCar.com. So it's taking a while. Okay, so in here I can see that is giving me the Jeep Wrangler 2015 that I'm looking for. So basically now I want to explain like what did I do. So, and then if I want to change the year, I can do it, or if I want to get another prediction for another model, I click here and clear, and then I put like the information that I want to. um, so basically the first thing that I did is like train the model. So for that I use this Jupyter notebook. So this was like a project for a class that we had to do it in teams. This is my team. I have to give credit to Jason David Diaz, which was the one that came up with the best model. We were like the whole weekend trying different models in order to get the one with the slower, like RMSE, which is a metric that we use in order to like measure the prediction of the models. So basically, what we did was like we get a data set of 400,000 rows, and then we did the calibration of the models, and then we trained the model. At the end, the model with the best RMSE was a random forest. You can see this here. This was the one that we used. And then when we train the model, we download the model using this library, which is joblib. And after we download the model, we don't need to run the whole notebook Jupyter anymore. We just have to load the model that we just download, that which is this one. We're going to use for that the same library, joblib, and then we load the model. So in here we download the model using joblib dump, and in here we load the model using the same library. So in here we create some functions in order to like to run the model to test the prediction. For example, this is one test and this is another test. So basically we are passing in the function, which is this function model in predict. Basically we pass like the year, because remember that the estimators that we are using in order to get the prediction is price. Price is the variable that we want to predict, but the estimators are year, mileage, stage, make, and model, right? So year and mileage are not categorical, but state, make, and model, they are categorical, so we cannot use it like this. So one thing that we can do is like transform those categorical variables into numerical variable. So for example, in here we can see it. For example, in here we can see like the states are from 0 to 50, and the make are from 0 index to 37. So in here, when we do the prediction, we have in state 0, that means that is Arkansas, which is the same, not Arkansas, but I don't remember what the state is this, AK. So yeah, this is this states. And for example, if we put here the number 2, is going to be this state, which I believe is Arkansas. Or if we put here the number 1, it's going to be Alabama, which is this state. And the same with make, 0 index is going to be Acura. Yeah. So if we put 2 here, it's going to be BMW, because the model, in order to do the prediction and in order to get like the patterns, in order to do the predictions, is going to use numerical variables. So that's why we have to transform those categorical variables into numerical. So after we check that all this is good, we create like a final function, which is this one. This function is the one that I use in my backend, which is a Python script. So basically in here I'm telling like we're gonna use to do the prediction year, mileage, state, make, model, and the model in. The model in is the model that I just download using a joblib library, and the model make states even the mileage and the year. At the beginning, the user is going to give me in a way of strings. So I have to transform those ones into variables that my model can use, which are going to be numerical. So after I finish this and I train the model and I download the model and I test that the prediction is doing in the best way, and then I create like a function, a general function that is the one that I'm going to use to do my prediction in my end-to-end project. Then I use this information in order to do my Python script, which is this one. In this script, basically, I upload the model here, and then I import all the libraries that I need. I always do this because I'm a mobile app front end developer. I use Flutter as a framework, and in order to set up like my environment here, I always use SQL Alchemy and Flash Marshmallow. That is because that allow me to have like database here, which is this one. In this project, I'm not using that database. But for example, if I want like to save every search or every query for the user, I can use this database that I just create here. That's why when I'm setting up my environment in my back end environment, I always set it up with a database using SQLite. So so basically in here I'm using Flask, and then I'm creating like and so in this server is going to receive like a query using these estimators in way of a string. So it's going to receive year, mileage, state, make, and model, and is going to give as a response this one here, result, and the string that is going to be the result of this function here, which is the function that I take from my Jupyter notebook, which is this one. So basically in this function I pass in like the year, mileage, state, make, and model, which is these ones here that are going to basically are going to be received as a query, like as a URL, as a URL. So yeah, and then because the user is going to give me this as an input in a string, I have to use some of these functions in order to pass that strings into numbers, because remember that my model needs each variable as a number. So this is basically my back end in order to do the prediction, right? So and so um, let's do something here. Let's do like let's do again. Let's do a Jeep. Oh no, let's do a Mazda. Let's see what we have here. Like Mazda. Let's Camry. Let's go with this Toyota Camry, yeah, which is Toyota. So we can like do this. Toyota, the model is gonna be Camry. We are gonna in Montana. The year is gonna be 2014 and 150,000 mileage, yeah, miles, 150,000 miles. Okay, so let's predict again here. this one is going to try to communicate with the back end. So if I go to my front end, which is this one, which is in Flutter, um, so basically in here I got I got the two functions that I am applying in here. So basically this is the one that I use to get the prediction from the server. So as you see, I'm passing to that server this URL which contains the year, the mileage, the stage, the make, and the model, and the and this backend is going to receive that and is going to respond in a way of JSON. And here you can see that here predict year, mileage, state Montana, make Toyota, model Camry, and the response was successful. So that means that if I go here, already gave me the information, the pros and the cons. I getting them from this function here. So what I call it get car analysis. So in this function, basically I'm connecting with OpenAI API and I'm passing a prompt. This prompt comes from here. Here, I would like to buy a second hand. So the make in this case is, I don't remember what was the make. Okay, Toyota Camry. So you can see like in here, I connecting with API, with OpenAI API, and I'm passing this prompt. I would like to buy a second hand, the make, which is gonna be Toyota, the model, which is gonna be Camry, the year, which is, I don't remember what year was, and then I say like it has this mileage, and I will buy it in these states. Here in USA, can you please tell me the pros, the cons, and what I have to be aware of before buying this car? So with this prompt and with the connection to OpenAI, that's the way I am receiving as a JSON response this text here, right? And then after that, like I said before, I can go to each of these ones websites in order to get, like, let's go Google Toyota Camry 24, okay, 2014. So in order to do that, what I did was like in here I got a list of my websites. I have part of the websites without the model that I want to search. And then when I got like the model that I want to search, I just complete that URL with the brand or the make, the model, and the year in order to obtain this like this. So yeah, this is the project that I did. It's a mix between, what I want to show with this project is how we can use AI using machine learning, so in order to predict something. So basically, in conclusion, what we did was this: we got a data set of 400,000 rows in order to predict car price. We are using estimators like state, mileage, model, make, and year. in order to predict the price. Then with those data set, we try or train a couple of models in order to see which is the one with the most, the best one, or the one with the most powerful prediction. After that, when we already got the model, we download the model and we use it in whatever we want to use it to. In this case, what I did is like I create a back end which is in a server, hosted in a server, and I upload that model that I trained in my Jupyter notebook in order to be used to do the predictions. And then I did in using Flutter, which is my favorite front end framework, in order to create, which is the front end. And in the same Flutter, I not just create the function to get the prediction connecting using an API to be connected to my server, but I just did also another function in order to connect with OpenAI chat OpenAI large language model in order to give me the pros and the cons, giving to OpenAI model a prompt, that prompt contains the information about my model, and then I connect with websites, like playing with the URL of this website. So this is a project where we use machine learning in a practical case. So this can be used, like for example, if you want to buy a car, you are not sure what is going to be like the right price to pay for it, or if you want to sell your car and you don't know what price you can sell it. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.